We left off in the Nightmare Ring, but the Blood Sea actually gets worse. Welcome to another DragonLance Saga episode. My name is Adam, and today we're going to continue talking about Waterborne encounters in Dragonlance. I'd like to take a moment and thank the DL Saga members and invite you to consider becoming a member by visiting the link in the description below. You can even pick up Dragonlance gaming materials using my affiliate links. I'm referencing DL12 Dragons of Faith and the Atlas of the Dragonlance World. If I leave anything out or misspeak, please leave a comment below. Taking your adventures to the sea can be a refreshing change from dungeon crawling or overland adventuring, but it's not without its own set of challenges. We've covered waterborne ships, vernacular, and southeastern waters. Let's continue with the rest of Eastern Ansalon's coasts. It's traditionally common for an adventure party to hire a ship for passage and then deal with what comes. But what if the party prefers more episodic adventuring? You could easily be the crew of your own ship, sailing the seas of Krynn for your own fame or fortune, having encounters around every port or passenger, which could be a campaign of its own. Wholly isolated from the War of the Lands, but still feeling its effects tangentially as you struggle for independence and adventure. We left off in the first part of this series at the Nightmare Ring of the Blood Sea of Istar, and while that is truly nightmarish, it's the heart of darkness that you would be wise to fear even more. This is the very center of the Blood Sea, where the mighty maelstrom swirls, sucking all down through its ferocious maw. Less than 20% of the best helmsmen are capable of turning their ships abroad to escape its velocity. Lurking in this region is a mighty dragon who may act to take down the ship for its own amusement, and for those unlucky enough to be pulled into the maelstrom, a drowning death awaits you as your body slowly sinks to the ruins of mighty Istar at the bottom of the sea, assuming the denizens of the deep don't pick your bones clean first. Continuing our exploration of the outer Blood Sea, Razor's Edge hides many reefs and obstacles. While under the surface lies the sunken horrors, which did not survive, there are actually two separate villages of mermen who dwell here. The western Blood Sea is a vast area dabbled with patches of azure where crops of seaweed float. The waters are also occupied by dolphins and Dargonesty, including the shy monster pricklebacks. The northern Blood Sea waters are much darker and roll endlessly onward. It's frequented by pirate and minotaur ships. Under the waves are swordfish and bull sharks, in addition to entire colonies of Lacedon, which have been known to waylay ships at night. The firewater seas glow crimson at sunrise and sunset. It is a common sight for pirate and minotaur battles, and at times you may run across a burnt hulk drifting. The coastal waters of Kothaz are known as Pirates' Run. There are two varieties of barracuda, the fish and the pirates. Neither offers quarter to those outside their kind. Slim Chance is a rocky coast off Methas. It's patrolled by bull-headed men in ships and bull sharks in its dark waters. The Eye of the Bull features cruel cliffs which crowd this narrows. Few are brave enough to attempt a treacherous run. Methas features 5 fortifications equipped with catapults that will target any ship not flying a horned flag, and the coast of Kothas features treacherous currents and deadly reefs filled with sea hags. They prefer to capture rather than kill their prey. The Blade is where the seafloor falls away. This deep trench is filled with a colony of hundreds of gagglers who hunt ships crossing their waters. The gagglers eat their prey. The Eastern Crane Ocean is known to host rough waters. Their waves are white-capped and visited by high winds and squalls. These waters are also frequented by giant swordfish and deadly barracuda. The crackling coast features strong currents which carry ships out from shore toward the northern Crane Ocean. Few, other than the muscular bull shark, is able to resist the tug of its deep waters. The northern Crane Ocean is home to slow-moving fluid swells, where the sea breeze dances merrily along the waters. This is the realm of a solitary sea dragon. False Refuge is home to several quiet bays, but beneath its dark waters hide sunken mountains and ruins which act as deadly reefs. There's a swift current here which carries all past the land and into the open sea to the north. Fierce sea lions prowl the waters. Rocky Shores holds no safe harbor. A sea serpent makes its home here, and many a mariner has attempted to find shelter in its snaking canyons and fjords. The troubled waters are cloudy and gray. They are home to a colony of Lacedons who live in the ruins offshore, raiding the land at night. Blood Cup is a bay where there are many blood battles between Minotaur and pirates. Traditionally seen as neutral territory, it is rumored that the home of Mire, a mighty graveyard of ships, is found here. The azure waters of Land Ho are usually a welcome sight to weary open sea voyagers. You can spot landfall on Safeholm and Carthay from here. Safeholm's high cliffs are surrounded by deep waters known as mantle. Skyfishers plague the mariners of these waters. The natives carry slings and crossbows to drive them off. There are 2 giant sea slugs, nudibranchs, which prowl the cliffs and sea. They are even rarely known to climb aboard ships at night. The Sheath is patrolled by the mariners of Safeholm in small carracks. These dark waters have sea lions and Dargonesty who prowl the waters and hunt. Endscape is where the water shallows rapidly. Many ships have run aground in its sandbars. Strangleweed and giant anemone dwell amid the long sea grasses and forests of fan-shaped seaweed which grows in abundance. Miramir is clogged with rocks and forests of kelp. On low tide, vast salt marshes are uncovered, revealing the giant crayfish who lair there. Last Coast is a rocky coast just before the open seas. There are rumors of ancient ruined stone forts in its stony bluffs. There are 2 coveys of sirens who live in the grottos by the seashore, and sea lions ravage the waves. And finally, Deep Reach is found around the northern end of Nordmar. The air is clear and a tailwind aids mariners on their way. Giant swordfish and manta ray leap from their waters, masters of their domain. The eastern waters and coasts of Ansalon are possibly the most dangerous and exciting waters around the continent. In the War of the Lands era, this territory is ripe for smuggling, piracy, commercial and personal transport, treasure hunting, fishing, and monster hunting. The oceans are vast, and you may spend weeks without encountering anyone or anything. But when you do, it's always best to know what to anticipate. Because if I learned anything from the G.I. Joe cartoon as a child, it's that knowing is half the battle. That is all I have to say about waterborne encounters in Eastern Ansalon. What do you think of the region and their hosts? Is there a sea creature you've always wanted to encounter? And finally, would you want to visit Istar beneath the waves of the Blood Sea? Leave a comment below. I'd like to take a moment and remind you to subscribe to this YouTube channel, ring the bell to get notified about upcoming videos, and click the like button. This all goes to help other Dragonlance fans learn about this channel and its content. Thank you for watching. This has been Adam with DragonLance Saga. Until next time, remember, you must learn to find the joy in life where you can. The gods know there's little enough of it in the world.